Good signings, some interesting. Demarai Gray has really done well so far this season. We heard Sam Allardyce say he's been the star of the season so far. Salomon Rondon, we mentioned, has come in from a Chinese club on a free transfer. That's happened today. Former Newcastle and West Brom striker who now is reunited with Rafael Benitez. So we're going to talk about Rafa Benitez and Everton in just a second. I just want to let Chelsea fans know that this Saul deal is still not done. Kaveh Solikal, the Sky reporter who's been covering this, he said that it's still on. Paperwork will be, he says, uploaded in time, despite what's feeling like a late scare. So Chelsea fans, you should get a signing. I think that everyone would say it's a very good signing for Atletico Madrid, on loan with an option to buy in the midfield. Robbie, Rafa Benitez, the effect of Rafa Benitez at Everton, how are you rating it so far?
Well, I'm rating it based on the performances, based on his style of coaching, and that's what he's done. And it looks great. Simplified football, two players up front, said it a few times, get the ball wide. They've got two good centre forwards in Richarlison and Dominic Calvert-Lewin that are looking great. Calvert-Lewin has an injury right now. So he's kind of simplified things. This window, they signed 5 players, 4 are free. And one's $2 million, Demarai Gray, which looks like a brilliant bit of business so far. It's a long season. We've seen him before in the league, but he looks great. So it seems to me it's like Rafa Benitez is taking a look. He's taking a look to see what he's got with the style of play that he wants to impart on this team and what he might need for the future. He is not. They've got money at that football club. We know that. But he's like, you know what? I'm not ready for it yet. I need to know more about the players that I've got right now, given the way that I want to play. And in subsequent windows, I expect them to spend money. We know that Rafa Benitez wants and expects to be backed in that market. It's just not a great surprise that he's like, OK, let's just figure out what I've got and then we'll see for the future.
Tim, I know it's tough with an Everton manager that used to be the Liverpool manager. So how long do you think it will take? And what needs to happen for those Everton fans to be totally won over? Because they're not.
Well, I don't think they're won over, and you know, with the new ownership, we've seen the turnover of managers over the last 4 or 5 seasons. So you just wonder that, you know, look, the Everton fans will get restless if things don't go well. My concern for Everton is the squad depth. You know, the perfect example. They bring in Rondon on a free transfer. Okay, not incredibly prolific. I think Everton's a really solid team. Their first 11 or 12 players. If they get injured. Dominic Calvert-Lewin injured, 3 goals in his first 3 games. Now what? Where does the production come from after that starting 11? That's going to be the issue. And look, the other thing is James Rodriguez came there to get a bit of football, play for Ancelotti, who he knows. He's not a Rafa Benitez player. He's a luxury player. So he's still at the football club, by the way, training with first team reserves. That's going to be a problem.
It is a problem because he's costing a lot of money, and Rafa's made it perfectly clear that he doesn't want him at the club, but they haven't managed to get him out. No. Can that be a tough situation when you have a big player like that? Yeah,
it really can. I mean, the wages you're paying him as well, and the football from last season couldn't be any different. Exotic Everton last year. Remember, we talked about it at the start of the season. They made so many good signings. It looked really, really great. And it went to not much at all under Carlo Ancelotti. So very different now. We've seen this before with different clubs that go in a different direction. But James Rodriguez, brilliant talent, but this is not the team for him right now. And it's just one of those things that it looks like they're going to be stuck with him for a little while.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend at 7 a.m. Eastern. And for even more content, head over to Peacock, where we've got live games, original series and a dedicated round-the-clock Premier League channel featuring studio shows, classic matches and much more.